Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
Today we have a really special episode for you. We are going to be talking about the connection between gut health and creativity.
And we're going to go into how working on our gut health really helped us as tattoo artists, help us with our mood, anxiety, and creativity in general. My name's Sean, and here at the Raw Vegan Revival, I'm a juice fast coach, a raw food nutrition coach, and also an expert in tattoo health and longevity.
And my name's Kat, and I am a raw food nutrition coach as well as a somatic embodiment coach and an expert in tattoo health and longevity.
So Kat and I changed our gut health tremendously in 2 years. 2 years raw vegan now, and we couldn't have done it alone. We used a community, a group of like-minded individuals, ones who were further ahead of us, and we saw their path and followed it, and it worked. So we offer that type of community to you guys as well. Stay tuned till the end of the video to get more info on that.
And don't forget to grab our free raw vegan transition bundle below. It comes with a 7-page ebook as well as a 7-day meal plan. Click the link below.
So before going raw vegan, I suffered from anxiety, bipolar, depression, just brain fog, stuff like that. A lot of things that a lot of people I know also suffer from and kind of just normalize. It was part of my self-identity that I was just going to be anxious my whole life. I didn't think that was going to change. I just thought it was part of me because it had been with me for so long. Going raw vegan 2 years ago, I didn't think about the mental impacts it would have on me. I went into it for the physical reasons. I was trying to fix my health problems, the ones that I could like notice and feel. Now, 2 years in, I've been blown away by the changes it's made in my mind. Like the anxiety is gone, the depression and bipolar is gone. It's like steady, constant energy and mood. Like my mood is way more stable and consistent. Before it'd be all up and down, and I don't even hit the lows I used to hit before. And I think a lot of this is because of the toxins in the food, but mainly to the gut bacteria. The gut and brain connection is so strong, and I didn't realize this before going raw vegan because I was very uneducated on diet and how the body works in general. But after learning and experiencing it for myself, I can honestly say like this is better than any medication. We don't need medication. It's really just connecting with nature and getting the toxins out and rebuilding that gut bacteria to a more healthy state, and it really affects your mind. You'll gain clarity, focus, really just more connection, and creativity comes from that because when you're connected to the source, you're able to tap into all the creativity that's there, and it really helps as an artist, creative, or really anybody can take benefit in this.
And I was dealing with a lot of those same things, anxiety, depression, and it's like I've been dealing with those things for my entire life pretty much, and I just thought that I was going to be dealing with them forever. I got, came to terms with it, and that was it. I tried antidepressants back in the past and realized really quickly that those didn't really help me out very much. And so after that, I kind of just dealt with it and accepted it. And it wasn't really anything that I expected when embarking on the raw vegan lifestyle. It's not the reason why I did it. It was just a really great, like, secondary outcome that came there. But yeah, and also I noticed that right when we switched, like we started off a raw vegan path with a juice fast, a 40-day juice fast. And I noticed during that time, because we're tattoo artists and we were still working throughout the juice fast, and I had noticed about 2 to maybe 2.5 weeks into the juice fast that my art was getting better and my tattoos were getting better. And it just continued to kind of compound. And now 2.5 years almost as a raw vegan, it's like my art is significantly better than it used to be. And I mean, I feel like it came fairly quickly. It just like, I don't know, through transmissions from the universe or downloads or whatever, but everything just kind of started to make more sense and it just started to click. So I definitely attribute that to cleansing and cleaning out my body of all the toxins, cleaning out my gut, especially because that was one of the root causes of all of my health problems, because I was dealing with IBS and I had systemic candida for over 18 years. So it's like there was a lot going on in there, and that was blocking, the connection through my art and, my ability to create to my best potential, I think. So going raw vegan definitely changed everything around.
So we'll get right into it. I'm sure you guys have heard about the gut-brain connection. I did before going raw vegan, but didn't really understand what it meant. If you look at it this way, so You know that feeling you get in your stomach like butterflies? That's usually triggered from a thought that comes from our brain. So if you're thinking of something anxious that you're about to do or something scary, you may get that butterfly feeling. But that butterfly feeling in your stomach doesn't come out of nowhere. It comes from a thought triggered in your brain. So it works that way and also in reverse. So that meaning what we put in our gut, if our gut's happy and healthy, we're going to have a happy, healthy brain, and we may be able to face anxious and scary situations at ease now. And I know this is true because I've experienced this. I was a super anxious person, like we talked about earlier, and that all went away now that I'm not eating toxic foods, processed foods, cooked foods, all of that. I'm just eating from nature, and it's way more chill. The anxiety is gone, and so many people could benefit from that. So the health of our gut really impacts the health of our mind, and our gut is actually built up of the bacteria that we feed it. So if we're eating like hot dogs and pizza our whole lives, which are not really good for us and they don't really serve us nutritionally, our gut's going to be built up from that bacteria. And this is where cravings come from. Cravings come from our gut calling for more of the foods that we put in it. So if you switch over and stop putting the like toxic foods in there and start putting healthier, living, vibrant foods in there, it may not feel good at first because your body's not used to it, but your body actually wants it. And I think we all know that. But when you do more of it, you start to crave that food. And then that's where the flip happens. That's where the magic happens. That's where you lose the anxiety, you lose the depression and all those things. And it's just kind of like a whole nother life there waiting to be lived. We just have to tap into it by detoxification.
Yeah, that is really true. It takes time. You kind of just have to do the uncomfortable thing for a while until your body adjusts and get used to it. And that's the hard thing for a lot of people because they don't like to be uncomfortable. But good results never come from being comfortable. You have to make yourself uncomfortable in order to get good results in life. And about the taste buds thing and the gut microbiome, like we were totally in that position at one point. We were very unhealthy eaters at one point, eating basically eating cereal for dinner, eating pizza all the time and takeout all the time. It was pretty bad. So once we started incorporating more raw foods, our taste started to shift, and then eventually we didn't crave those foods anymore because yeah, we cleaned out our gut with the juice fast, which really helped. But your gut will naturally switch over in time anyways if you just keep eating more raw plant fibers. The gut is actually considered your second brain, and that's because it contains its own nervous system called the enteric nervous system, and that is connected to your vagus nerve, which is essentially your gut brain connection. And that's how your gut essentially speaks to your brain and back and forth. But also, what is connected to your gut is your lymphatic system. And so, when you start experiencing gut issues or your gut starts to slow down, your digestion starts to slow down, so does your lymphatic system. And the lymphatic system is super important because it helps get the toxins out of your body. And so, when that starts to slow down, toxins build up, and just kind of think of it as like stagnant energy too. And once you start cleansing out the gut and getting rid of all of that old waste, your lymphatic system will start moving again and moving out all of the toxins, all of the old energy, and open up the pathway for you to call in more creative energy. What creative energy is it's just floating all around. It's floating all around the ethers, literally floating around you. And when you clean out your body to a certain point to where you can actually connect with that energy, then you can very easily pull in creative ideas and even information from the universe. It's just things just start to just flow through you, and you kind of just become a conduit for creative energy. So that's a really cool and powerful thing about eating more raw plant foods.
If you like what you're watching, make sure you like and subscribe so you can see more videos like this, and follow us on our social medias, TikTok and Instagram at the Raw Vegan Revival. So yeah, Kat's right. The more you eat these living plant foods, you actually raise your consciousness, you raise your vibration, you get connected to source energy. And this is because there's actually light codes in the food. When the sun and the soil grow the food and the water from nature and stuff, all that has light codes in it. And that is good for us because I think that attributes to our creativity and everything that we have gained since going raw vegan, because we're only eating foods with light codes and energy in it, like life force energy. And we're electric, the food's electric. It's proven that if we cook our food, it diminishes that electrical charge, and we all need it charged up so that it can serve our bodies the best. And on that note, the raw foods don't heal you. Like, that's not how it works. Like, Kat was talking about the lymphatic system, and that's right. Like, our bodies are resilient and really, really cool. Like, our bodies heal themselves. We just have to give it the right food and fuel to let those processes happen. And one of those processes to keep your body healthy is the lymphatic system, and it detoxifies the body. And when it's sluggish or slowed down by eating cooked food, animal products, and dairy, stuff like that, then you can't get the toxins out of your body at a rate quick enough, and then it stagnates and it stays in there, and then it creates disease and illness, and that's just what it is. So when you're eating only living plant-based foods in the raw, they're super anti-inflammatory, and all those other foods I listed are inflammatory, and an inflammatory gut microbiome is going to cause just inflammation everywhere. It's going to cause inflammation throughout your body, and that slows down these processes like the lymphatic system, and then you can just get sick over time, and it shows up differently in everybody. But you can reverse all this and turn it around by just taking out some of those toxic foods and incorporating more raw plant-based foods. You don't have to go all the way raw if you don't want to. As you know, we coach on this, and we can help you at whatever step you are on. If you're just trying to fix something or get better, reach out to us, because we fixed our problems and we're ready to fix yours. So hit us up.
Gut health, we used to think that it just incorporated like literally your intestines, your stomach, and then that was it. Like the simple like mouth, stomach, and out. And coming to find out that it is so much more than that. It is, yes, your stomach, your small intestine, your duodenum. It is your pancreas, your kidneys, your liver, your gallbladder. It's an amazing thing that is also connected and influenced by your gut is your adrenal glands, which is essentially like your autonomic nervous system. They're very connected to your autonomic nervous system. So that is going to be in charge of your stress response. And so if you are finding yourself under a lot of stress all the time, or you're stressed out, you're overwhelmed, you're burnt out, you're not going to be able to cultivate that creative energy. You're going to be blocked. You're not going to be able to focus or really create to your best ability, if at all, because I used to be super stressed all the time, and it was like a constant stress. I was overworking myself. I wasn't giving myself breaks or taking time for myself at all. And that caused a lot of burnout, but then I kept trying to push through and kept trying to work, which caused more stress. And I also wasn't creating art at the time. I wasn't drawing for fun. And honestly, my art was not as good when I was stressed out. So you look at those things, and then it really makes sense, because the stress just blocks creativity, because it's just at such a lower vibration than the creative, like creating vibration, because the creation vibration is actually fairly high, and you have to meet that vibration. Like, you have to bring yourself up to that vibration in order to connect with that energy fully. And yeah, it's just really hard to do that when you're stressed out.
So some tips on how you can start increasing the health of your gut microbiome today would be to like just start cutting out some of the animal products, dairy, or processed foods, or even the cooked foods, depending on what level you're on, and start incorporating more whole fibers, plant foods, fruit, veggies, chia seeds, raw nuts and seeds, anything raw and living. Try to incorporate more of that, because that's what's going to help the gut microbiome, and it happens fairly quickly. Taste buds change, like Kat was talking about, in like 2 weeks. The gut microbiome starts changing instantly once food gets down there. So just make small changes at first if that's more your vibe, and do what you can do and see if you notice the difference. And once you do, you'll probably be more motivated to stay on track and go harder. And a quick summary on today's video is that the gut health is super connected to how we think, how we feel in the brain, our creativity, and our mood. And if we increase the health of our gut, we're going to increase the health of our mind, and we're going to have better thoughts and better creativity, better focus, less brain fog, honestly, a better reality, because our thoughts create our reality. And if we have a healthy gut, our thoughts are going to be healthy and our reality is going to be way better. Kat and I have experienced this in 2 years of going raw, and we want this for you. So if you need help like this, if you're on the edge of maybe going plant-based, make sure you check the options for our coaching membership. If you're an artist on the edge of maybe going plant-based, you know that maybe you should eat more plants, and you're having trouble with brain fog, creativity, focus, anything like that, or just aches and pain like us artists get, reach out to us, because we have a program called Longevity of the Tattoo. It's for artists and creatives, just up-leveling their lives and kicking their health problems away, basically, just by incorporating more healthy foods like raw plant-based.
Yeah, it's amazing. A completely transformational program for artists and creatives, and it even includes meal plans, a one-on-one coaching. Like we gave you a one-on-one like Telegram group that you can have access to us at any time, and we also give you all of the resources that you need to really amplify your entire life as an artist by reducing your pain, detoxing your body, and just increasing your creativity and your full body health to the best of your ability.
And if you would just like to join our community, which we mentioned earlier, this includes the Juice Fast protocol, recipes, and much, much more. It's called the Raw Health Collective, and we'll put the link for that below too. It's 75% off right now, so we hope to see you in that group or the Longevity of the Tattoo.
So we hope you guys enjoyed this video. We hope you took a lot away from this, and let us know what you think in the comments or if you want to see more videos like this.
Yeah, and follow us on our other social medias, TikTok and Instagram at the Raw Vegan Revival, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace.